Liu Bei must hold the settlement at all costs until Cao Cao arrives with reinforcements. However, will he arrive with the reinforcements in time? I guess we'll have to find out. Hey, how's it going? My name is Jackie Fish and welcome back to another online scenario battle for Total War 3 Kingdoms. I say another, but really this is our first online scenario battle for Total War 3 Kingdoms, which is really exciting because I loved doing these in Total War Warhammer, and I'm really excited that my Discord are starting to send them in to me on Total War 3 Kingdoms, because when the workshop comes out and all the cool custom maps start arriving, it's going to be so much fun doing all these awesome scenarios in Total War 3 Kingdoms, as you guys seem to be really enjoying the game, which is absolutely awesome. So in today's scenario, we have the forces of Liu Bei obviously defending the settlement, which is currently on fire, and then we have the forces of Cao Cao, which will shortly leave the settlement and kind of sit around over here waiting for the time where they can actually join the battle, and they will act as a reinforcement force ready to go ahead and hopefully lift the Yellow Turban siege of the city with support. But there might be a little bit of trickery in there. I don't know. I haven't seen this replay. But, either Cao Cao's going to come in and help them, try and win the battle, or maybe he's going to go ahead and betray them and just go off the map. I honestly don't know. But Liu Bei has a pretty good setup anyway, defending the city, and Cao Cao has sent forward a few vanguard units, which will hopefully help, repel some of the assaults at the towers. Obviously, the units in yellow are going to be Cao Cao, and the blue are going to be Liu Bei. Liu Bei is bringing a company of heroes, obviously the Swarm Brothers, looking very clean right there, ready to fight and die together with all glory. The Yellow Turbans themselves are bringing also a bunch of heroes. I believe He-Man himself has arrived by the power of Grayskull, and that's He-Yi, and the other one, where is he? Is this him right here? Yeah, there he is. He-Man's right there, and he's ready to pour into the city with all strength. So right now, we'll just go ahead and let the forces of Cao Cao retreat off of the field. And I mean, if we take a look at what he's bringing to the battlefield, it is pretty goddamn scary. The Tiger Leopard Cavalry just simply retreating away first. I mean, this is expensive units. Like, when they arrive on the battlefield, it's going to be hard pressed to repel them, that is for sure. But once again, both of these sides have spent similar amounts of money. So because of that, it's not like the Yellow Turbans, as soon as Cao Cao turns up, it's over. They still definitely have a very good chance of winning the battlefield. And here we go, the first volleys are coming out. The Yellow Turbans are firing away on some of this cavalry, which are moving up. The Peasant Raiders, who are just getting absolutely peppered by the missile fire. That is brutal. My god, and the Spearmen come up, but the Spearmen are not braced. Wow, that was pretty brutal. I mean, the Spear Guard managed to hold, or the Reclaimers, sorry, the Yellow Turban units, managed to repel that cavalry charge kind of nicely, but they weren't braced, so they took some unnecessary damage right there. If that was like heavy Lancer cavalry, they would have ripped through that unit if it wasn't braced. It would have been absolutely insane. But with the amount of fire arrows going in, yeah, unfortunately, all these towers are going to be set ablaze. And I mean, just look at that. The city is on fire. I think Liu Bei might end up getting burned out the city, smoked out, because, yeah, there is so much missile fire coming in, so many fire arrows looking to burn down these towers, which is really one of the only ways you can assault these positions, because the towers are just so goddamn strong, and it's exactly the same over on this side as well. Hardly any of the towers are left remaining. These are pretty cool units, so these are kind of like the Azure Dragons for everyone else, but they're a little bit more lighter. They kind of just have like, they are glaive infantry, they obviously don't have as much armor as Saviors or Dragons do. But they have the mercenary chest piece on, so they actually are pretty decent. And right now, the bombardment is going to kick off. I'm surprised that they haven't brought any formations with these units like Turtoise, but I guess that's because they haven't got a strategist in the army. It's much harder to bring them in right now. And here we go, the first infantry charge of the battle as the Yellow Turbans collide into the defenders of the city. Trying to break up this formation with some cavalry coming in as well. The cavalry doing a great job. This militia infantry going to definitely struggle as the cavalry of the Yellow Turbans continue to push in. Oh, wow. Look how awesome that looks with the fire in the left. Wow. That is awesome. The city must hold, especially with the fire arrows going over on the far distance as well. So they're going to be going up against the Heralds, which are an unbreakable unit. More fire arrows coming in as well. Wow, that is awesome, man. 3 Kingdoms can just look so good. Look how bright everything's getting as well. I assume because of all the fire. That is amazing. I love that. Really, really cool stuff. And guys, as I said previously, if you are enjoying Total War 3 Kingdoms and you want to see more of these scenario battles on the channel, be sure to go ahead and drop a like and a comment. It's honestly the best way to get more content like this, if you just go ahead and let me know you want to see it. You know, if these videos do well, I'm obviously much more likely to do these videos. It's just common sense, really. And obviously also it really helps out the channel and I appreciate it. So much love to you guys for constantly watching the channel and enjoying these battles. I really do appreciate it. And unlike these Pearl Dragons who do not appreciate the fire arrows colliding in on them, man, these guys got absolutely slaughtered. And we also just have, you know, your boy He-Man chilling with his huge maces, his big old balls, just holding out. And I think Cao Cao is starting to move, or at least Xiao Dun is starting to move, or Xiao Yun, sorry, is starting to move in. I guess his kind of battalion is now moving in first. He was maybe a little bit further forward than Cao Cao, which doesn't really make too much sense because Cao Cao's got cavalry. Oh, wow, boys, you turned around at the wrong time as he just comes flying in with his spear, popping some abilities. And now he's going to hopefully just try and tie these guys up until the reinforcements come up. Because we got some good reinforcements. What we got? So we got some heavy Jin infantry or G infantry. And then we also have the Azul Dragons. Such a good unit. Advancing up as well. So lots of infantry rushing towards the city centre as fast as they can. But Cao Cao is yet to move. Oh, here we go. Speaking of the devil. No? Yeah, he's kind of like, oh, should I go? Should I not go? I mean, I guess this is him deciding whether or not he will betray Liu Bei in this Yellow Turban rebellion. Speaking of which, the boys are out now causing absolute mayhem in the ranks of the Yellow Turbans. It's going to be very hard to take these guys down. Obviously, Guan Yu, the God of War, looking amazing, just running amok. Hopefully, we'll see maybe a duel or two between some of the Yellow Turbans. Because it'd be awesome to see Guan Yu getting stuck in. I remember this hero as well, Zhang Kai, being very powerful as well. He wields like a huge spear. Well, he's actually wielding a halberd. That's actually not... Okay, that's not who I was thinking of. I was thinking of the dude who wields a massive mace who isn't Gong Du. And he's going to be, you know, just flying away at foes left, right, and centre. And I mean, for the most part, the infantry is kind of like whittling down. There's obviously a rear guard right here, but the Yellow Turbans are starting to pull in, and you know, He-Man is doing some serious work. However, we do actually have a majority of the forces that are still left outside the city turning around, ready to engage this. Because see how Yun moving in. That's the mace dude I was thinking of right here. He's a beast. He can like take on Guan Yu. And they're going to be duking it out right now, looking not to get into a duel, but just fight. I mean, yeah, look at that. Like, Xiao Dun is already kind of... Xiao Yun, sorry. I keep getting them mixed up. Is getting absolutely smacked by him. Look at that. He's been, like, smashed away. Now, what will be interesting is I think the Oathsworn stuff does follow on into multiplayer. And what will be interesting is whether or not if he dies, if the rest of the boys like Cao Cao and that, who have now just turned up, sorry, my bad, the Tiger Leopard Cavalry have come in and they just absolutely demolished that battle line. Holy crap, they are running amok in the back ranks. Xiao Dun is also in as well, fighting away cavalry. The reinforcements have arrived. Cao Cao has not betrayed Liu Bei. I mean, obviously, this is kind of set in the time of the Yellow Turban Rebellion, so where Cao Cao was just a prominent cavalry commander. He wasn't like the master schemer that we all know and love. Right now, this cavalry is just slaughtering. He is making his name as a master cavalryman. The infantry is now pouring in. But yeah, lots of dudes. Oh, wow. There's nowhere to run into the halberds or into Cao Cao's Tiger Leopard Cavalry. There is no other option. That's brutal. We do have a big rout, though, over here. So Cao Cao's reinforcement flank has also gone down. This also... I love this formation. It's so cool. You kind of have these spears in the front, and then these guys shoot their arrows when they have some. It's a really interesting setup, and I love that, like... This is a very unique kind of thing for Total War to do, to have kind of a hybrid unit that has a formation like that. It's very interesting, and hopefully it will allow them to do some pretty awesome stuff later on down the line with other Total Wars, and you know, Warhammer 3 will hopefully have some, you know, unique formations like that as well. Guan Yu and Liu Bei. Guan Yu obviously protecting Liu Bei with everything he has, and Zhang Fei is coming over as well to help out, not looking to abandon his sworn brother. When Liu Bei does seem like he is taking a bit of damage by He-Man. Man, are you even a Total War YouTuber if you don't mention by the power of Grayskull every time you see He-Man in a battle? I'd be very impressed if there's a single Total War YouTuber out there who doesn't mention that. Or maybe I'm just a child. More Tiger Leopard cavalry clashing into the missiles, the rogue missiles. Cao Cao as well is over here lifting the blockade of this street. There's cavalry going in, causing mayhem. And right now the balance of power is very even. The Yellow Turbans are still trying to push their way through. Because obviously the Yellow Turbans only have to get to this position and hold it, and they'll win the day. And they are making progress. Basically every single place they are breaking in. But Cao Cao's cavalry is starting to help out. I think this is going to be their big breakthrough. If they can smash through this, break this blockade, and then get in here, they have a very good chance. So there's only like peasant band really standing in their way. We can see more of the heralds. These heralds are actually being enveloped right now, which is pretty goddamn brutal. Liu Bei over here rallying the men as well. But the nice thing is these heralds are actually completely unbreakable. They will not break. So all the morale debuffs and stuff really does not matter. That's also an interesting debuff. Obviously, it doesn't really affect the heralds, but just by it being near fire, reduces everyone's morale by -10. That's quite a lot. That adds up. That's actually very interesting and good to know for sure. Oh, we have a duel going on, but it didn't pop up over here for whatever reason. Guan Yu is currently fighting on Pei Yun Xiao. Pei Yun Xiao, I think is how you pronounce that, maybe. This will actually be a pretty interesting battle, because as I said, he can actually take on Guan Yu. You know. I mean, look at that. Oh my god, that is huge. But Guan Yu is not going to go out without a fight. He's currently losing this duel right now, and we'll have to go ahead and come back to that and take a look. Cao Cao has also moved in, and he might get himself killed over on this side. I mean, he's fleeing now from the battle, but the Yellow Turbans are their heroes and their heavy infantry. They've repelled the majority of Cao Cao's cavalry. More infantry are now turning up, but yeah, they're making very good progress, and you're going to start to see a lot of the infantry having to be committed over here. What happened? You have no honor? Oh, Guan Yu ran! Yeah, Guan Yu got absolutely melted in that battle, my god. And he actually ran from the battle. But he's still fighting. Guan Yu, run out, get out of there, my man. You've already fled. Yeah, get back on your horse and get out of there. I don't know if this dude's going to let you do it, though. Zhang Fei is trying to save his brother. Doing his best. Yeah, look, he's just going to abandon his horse right now. Zhang Fei, save me, brother! That's what he's screaming as, yeah, there you go. Zhang Fei's going to try and hold him back, and he's like, get away from my Oathsworn. But Guan Yu's gone down. Oh, God, no. The God of War has been slain and is just evaporated. He's just evaporated. He's joined the gods. And now Zhang Fei is going to go crazy, absolutely berserk. But even he's gonna rout. Oh my god, this battle is looking very good for the coalition forces, but all of a sudden it has turned on its head. And that's why I love these scenario battles so goddamn much, is because you actually just have stuff like this happening. You know, it's set up in such an interesting way that anything can happen. So I really, really hope that people keep sending these in. And also, guys, if you're looking to be a part of these battles, be sure to join the Discord. The link is just down below in the description. These guys are hosting battles, you know, at least a couple of times a week. You can obviously get featured in a replay as well. I think at the moment, I think by the day this battle's going out, they're hosting a Battle of the Trident using the Seven Kingdoms. So a really awesome Game of Thrones scenario battle. I highly recommend you guys join it. I'm going to be removing a lot of the inactive people, so hopefully the Discord will start to flow again, and I'd really appreciate it if you guys could jump in and, you know, help out with these replays, because they're so much fun to go ahead and see on the channel. They really, really are. So yeah, as I said, the band's power is actually ridiculously even, and now you're having a lot of the other forces just moving in. I'm surprised that there's actually a unit of militia out here, but they're not going to really stand a chance. Or unit of archers out here. Got some Yellow Turban cavalry coming in as well, helping out in this engagement. Yeah, going to be breaking the Saber militia quite handedly, and that's going to allow more reinforcements to then pour inside of the city. Liu Bei is extremely wounded. We do have Xiao Dun though. Xiao Dun. I think I'm pronouncing that. I think you guys told me that the XI is like a C sound, so hopefully I'm not butchering that too much. I think my pronunciation has got a lot better the more I've done these videos, so hopefully it's very good. Oh, what duel we getting? So he's going to try and take on who? Is anyone going to accept this? He has accepted. Oh, He Yi. I think He Yi will struggle in this duel. Like, He Yi is kind of a very cool martial arts type of dude, but I think he really struggles in duels as everyone makes way. We'll have to see how he does that. I mean, he is very skilled, don't get me wrong. It's also unfortunate that they're both using like the same sort of weapon. It would have been nice if there were more weapons in the game for these legendary characters, even if they didn't necessarily have like a famous Guan Yu's Crescent Dragon weapon, you know? It would still be cool if they had more of a unique weapon than the same one. So it's kind of a shame they don't. Oh, look at that. The animation is so cool where he takes his spear and just lobs it at him. Yeah, I think he'll have that. A buff has just been popped off though. And he does have Oath of the People, which gives him some good melee evasion as well. Sorry, taking a look at the rest of the battle though. Yeah, the Yellow Turbans are pouring in with their heroes, and the balance of power has now shifted away for the longest time. The balance of power was very much in favor of the coalition forces, but all of a sudden, they are no longer, and the Yellow Turbans are starting to move in as He-Man and the boys just come charging in, looking to kill Liu Bei. As I said, I think this duel is going to go in favor of Xiao Dun and his one-eyed. I love his armor as well. It's really nice. We're going to see the killing blow as he takes him out. Popping some abilities as well, some hamstrings. Yeah, so awesome seeing the two spear fighters. Oh, he's going to straight up just ability kill him. Well, he's remained victorious, and I think he gets a big amount of health HP back there, which means he can carry on going on. So even though the odds are stacked against him, it is definitely not over yet. There's also an entire unit of cavalry out here. I guess it's just trying to prevent the Tiger Leopard cavalry from really coming back. Oh, he's going to take on someone else as well. Surprisingly, Hao Xiao. Like, again, this name I kind of struggled with a little bit. But yeah, he's actually surprisingly good. I fought him in my Liu Bei campaign. And he can hold his own, like, in duels. I think a lot of the time people see certain characters and they're like, oh, they're not going to be very good in duels. But they, like, from their equipment and some of their abilities, they become monsters. Like, people you wouldn't necessarily think are good at duels because of maybe their equipment that gives them high melee evasion or something. They actually become really good and can take on people like Guan Yu. You know, Guan Yu is very much stuck with, like, character HP. That's really what his specialty is. At least in the campaign. And there you go. He's won. Is this guy running? Yeah, he's fleeing the battlefield like a coward. He is. And I mean, maybe you know, Xiao Dun will be enough to really rally the troops up. He's managed to kill 2 of the lords, or defeated 2 of the lords. So maybe there is still a chance. However, there's just still so many strong heroes left. So many of these veterans ready to fight. And obviously, you still do have He-Man. There was another duel. Oh my god. He's going in again, boys. He's going in again. Look at him. He's just ready. Anyone want to take him on, he will fight them to the bitter end. Who is he fighting now? I think this will be his undoing, because this guy is an absolute monster. Look at him. He just does not give a fuck, does he? Make way, boys. Get out of my way. That looks awesome. Look at them, man. That's such a cool shot. As the infantry just come clashing in. You see his shield. That is awesome. That is really, really cool. I mean, I'm just so interested in this duel now, let alone the rest of the battle. We will zoom out. Yeah, oh my god, yeah, he's getting... This guy is just a murderer. The majority of the coalition forces are breaking now, and I think as soon as Xiao Dun does go down, it's going to be over. No matter how much he can do. He's trying his best to keep the... yeah, he's getting clobbered. It's clobbering time, boys. I think as soon as he goes down, that's going to be the battle. So even though the coalition forces had such a good start to the battle, they just slowly got beaten away. And this guy killing Guan Yu, routing Zhang Fei, and now about to kill Xiao Dun. Oh, he's going to snap his neck. Oh, brutal. And that's going to be the battle right there, guys. GG, the Yellow Turbans have been victorious. That was such a good battle. Because you had the awesome scenario of the cavalry coming in late. I honestly thought the coalition forces had that battle because the balance of power was so in their favor for the the early to mid game. But when all of a sudden the heroes just started going ham, I also really frustrates me that I can't see the other army. Like, why can't I click on He-Man and see his forces? It's so silly that that's not in the game, and I feel like that's something they're never going to change because it's kind of only a handful of people, YouTubers, who would really use this. But it's still so annoying that I can't click on them and see how many kills Liu Bei got or how many kills He-Man got. If you guys are giving any feedback to the game, make sure you mention that because it's so frustrating. But yes, I mean, look at that. Cao Cao's cavalry turning up 600 kills on Si Hao Yun's cavalry. That's insane. That's so powerful. Really, really nasty stuff. But yeah, if you guys enjoy this battle, be sure to drop a like and a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.